2019 in December, and while I was gone, I actually talked to my cousin Tiara, and she told me that Miss Anitra was pregnant.
And so while you were away, she told you Miss McNair had been intimate with other people, cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And got pregnant.
And he also have started for himself.
Tiara, where your proof here, baby?
I have proof. I have
show me the
we
proof.
stay in the same complex with each other.
Can she show me the proof, Your Honor?
Your Honor, I sent y'all a video of how I'm seeing her.
You did submit a video.
Yes, Your Honor.
That shows how you caught her cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's take a look at that.
Judge Lakes, I would like to show you my point of view from where I'm seeing Miss McNair getting picked up. She's getting picked up right there. Men are dropping her off and picking her up. From my window, you see her getting in cars, going back up to her house, and you see the cars just coming in.
So you can see firsthand her getting in and out of cars. Are you a
stalker? Yes, Your Honor.
And that looks like a pretty good view.
Yes, it is a pretty good view.
And so this isn't true, Miss McNair? No, ma'am. Cars weren't pulling in and out? It's not. No, ma'am, it's not. While Mr. Travis was away, you weren't dating or sexually active with anybody else? No, ma'am, I was
That's
not.
a lie.
Your Honor, she actually told me she had a friend guy she was talking to, and it was just.
But we wasn't sexually active, though. We was not sexually active.
He's dropping you off at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and you claim you just getting out of work.
And why only men? Why not a friend girl? Why only men?
Why is that your business?
Why only men?
Why is it your business?
Why only men, though?
So a friend girl instead of a friend guy she needed to have. A friend guy just needs a guy friend.
Be the friend guys to me.
But what you got? What do you have, baby? Mind your business.
Not
something. So you say she has a lot of guy friends.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you see them coming in and out.
Yes.
And do you see her coming out to meet them?
Yes, at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Tell me what's open at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
It wasn't shown on the video.
It don't matter. I have seen you.
Okay, Tiara, whatever. And so you reported this back to Mr. Travis.
Yes, I have. Yes, Your Honor.
That while you were away, Ms. McNair was playing.
Yes.
So, Mr. Travis, what was the nature of your relationship? Were you all committed? We were. You were?
Yes, Your Honor.
Boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Serious relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
So while you were out of town or away, Ms. McNair, you were expected to be faithful? I was, Your Honor. I had friends, but it was nothing sexually active. I'm entitled to have someone else, when he's not around, but we're not sexually active at all.
Why
when you say you're entitled to have somebody else, what do you mean? I do get lonely. How lonely were you? I mean, what happened here?
Lonely enough to come out the house at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's it. That's all. So why does it have to be with a guy? Why not with just a girlfriend, someone, a friend, a family member? Why guys? I have girlfriends, but it's just different than having guy friends.
I never see them.
Only thing at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Because you see what you want to see, baby.
Yeah.
Record some of the females that I have friends with.
They don't ever come. They never come.
Yes, ma'am. So you are stating that these were just guy friends. They were friends of yours, guys, and you come over. Why were they coming over at 1 or 2 in the morning? They wasn't coming over at 1 or 2 in the morning. Your Aunt Tiara's lying. She's lying. She don't. Baby, do you have something that you got going on or something?
You're trying to put this child on my cousin when that's not his child.
She's his. Was you there when we was conceiving her?
No.
Okay, that's
Your Honor, you have children?
Oh, okay. I actually do.
How many months do you supposed to be pregnant?
Well, this is what we were about to get into. I know that. And you submitted a calendar to the court because you say the timeline is off. My timeline was on.
She was pregnant for a year though.
A calendar, right? Well, you say Ms. McNair's timeline is off.
Yes.
So you submitted a calendar to the court.
Yes.
No. Oh.
Managing schizophrenia with daily pills is a constant reminder of your condition, and missing them may have serious consequences. But Invega Sustenna is different. It's the #1 long-acting injection that helps control episodes with just 1 shot every month. Invega Sustenna is an injection given by a provider to treat schizophrenia in adults after initial dosing. Only Invega Sustenna helped keep 90% of adults episode-free in a clinical study. Invega Sustenna is not for everyone. Elderly dementia patients have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these can become permanent, or if you have high fever, stiff muscles, confusion, dizziness upon standing, seizures, or increase in prolactin. Other risks include increased cholesterol, weight gain, heart rate, and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. These are not all the serious side effects. Walk away from daily schizophrenia pills and take on tomorrow with Invega Sustenna.
Oh, time out! Incoming dishes! Doc! With Dawn Power Wash, he can fly through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Oh my Grecian, look at him go!
Yeah, Dawn Power Wash is unique. It absorbs grease with 3 cleaning boosters, removing it 5 times faster.
Ooh, for Greek's sake, that was fast.
And Power Wash can replace multiple cleaning products.
Oh, fumble recovery!
Those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Spent the last dozen years reimagining how a golf shoe is made, feels, how it looks, and where they can take you. In the beginning, we realized there were no comfortable golf shoes designed and engineered to enhance the walk. Iteration after iteration, we continued to release products that we always wished existed. But at the end of the day, we simply help improve your routine. So get out there, explore, travel, play the game, enjoy the walk, and know we've got your back.
At Total Wireless, we got your back every day. Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket guaranteed with one line when you keep the phone and number you love. Facts. We were the first 5-year price guarantee in prepaid. Facts. We run on America's most reliable 5G network. They don't, because there's one thing for certain. We've got you covered. Get the facts and switch to Total Wireless.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Because he's stupid. That's stupid.
She mad because she ain't got nobody to love her like he love me. She mad.
There's a lot at stake here because he had his last name,
He's blind.
signed the birth
He-
certificate.
And I just want to know the truth, Your Honor.
That's not his baby.
At this point, this would be a medical hearing.
And you're trying to put this child on my cousin.
She's his.
You say the timeline is off.
Oh.
Can you tell the court what you have outlined?
Yes, ma'am, I can. My cousin, he went away in December. We found out in February, early March. Mariah is born in October. So,
The time just don't add up, Your Honor.
If Mariah was born in October, you count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 11 months,
might as well be a year.
which means the
You need to
window
mind
of
your business, baby. You need to
conception.
find you something to do and talk about besides me and my relationship, honey.
You've been pregnant a year, though. Almost a year.
It just don't add up, Your Honor.
It's
You're
not
right.
It don't add
Whatever,
up.
Tia.
a whole year.
Whatever, Tierra.
I saw 9 months.
That's how long I was pregnant, 9 months.
No, you was pregnant a year.
Was you with me?
Almost a
Was you
year.
with me, though?
No.
Okay.
So wait a minute. Even if we relied on your testimony and calculated the window of conception based upon an October 3rd birthday, it would still fall in January.
I found out I was pregnant in January, though. In January of 2000.
But you told us in February, early
That's what I
March.
told him in February.
Why? Why?
Why is it your
If
big?
you were pregnant in January, why
Because
did
I was
you tell
waiting
me
until I
March?
go to the doctor and
No,
confirm that I was pregnant
no,
before I let
no.
But Miss McNair, I do want to understand if the window of conception would have been in January for an October 3rd birthday. That's when Mr. Travis was away, and you testified that that is true.
That's not his baby.
Tierra, you concerned more
That's
about
not
me than you
his
is your own self, honey.
Because I know who
Where
my
your
baby
man,
father
baby? Where you got a man?
So
my baby
listen. So
Right,
the
I'm sure you-
truth is, for these past 2 years, Mr. Travis,
Yes, Your Honor.
you've been completely devoted to Mariah.
Yes, Your Honor.
You've helped raise her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Love her, been her father figure.
Halfway.
Were you at the birth?
Yes, ma'am, I was. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Because he's stupid. That's stupid.
Just mind your business, baby.
So wait a minute. So what I do want to understand, Ms. Brown, you are very protective over your cousin because you feel like he's in love with Miss McNair and he's fallen in love with this baby,
She jealous
but
of
he's
me.
not paying attention to the facts.
Yes, and she's taking advantage of that.
She mad 'cause she ain't got nobody love her like he love me. She mad.
I just know who my
No
baby daddy
relationship.
is.
She's mad.
Were you dating anybody else? Were you involved with anybody
No, Your
else?
Honor, I was not.
Ain't nothing open at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. The legs, baby.
I want to be there every day, every step of the way for my kids.
But that's not your child.
Again, was you there when we was
Stop
conceiving?
saying her child.
In the case of Travis versus McNair. Oh, wrong getter. Call the medic. You've been completely devoted to Mariah.
She's my heart. She's my all.
That's not his baby.
You're concerned more about me than you is your own self.
So, Mr. Travis, when you sign this birth certificate, I realize you see a beautiful baby, and even if you're hoping it's yours, that doesn't mean you don't have doubt. Did you have doubt when you signed this birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor, I would be honest. I had doubt, but I asked Miss Anitra about it, but she just told me that it's my baby. That's all she kept telling me, that it's my baby.
And he's stupid
had
because he
doubt.
believed her.
And then even with the doubt, 2 years, Mariah's almost 2. You stuck by her?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, I grew up without a father, Your Honor, and I always told myself, if I have any child in this world, that I'm gonna be better than my father. I want to be there every day, every step of the way for my kids.
But that's not your child.
Again, was you there when we was
Stop
conceiving?
saying your child.
When you look at the calendar we presented, did that increase your doubt?
Yes, Your Honor, because to be honest, it don't add up to me. Like, if you was pregnant, why would you tell me towards the middle of March, the middle of February, beginning of March? I feel like if you were pregnant, you should have told me then when you
And
first
you
got
found
pregnant.
out in January, as she say now.
And so, what reason would it be for her to hold off telling him unless it's just what she said? She was waiting to get a confirmation from her doctor.
Because he's not the father. That's why. It don't take that long for a doctor to tell you if you're
So, Miss
pregnant or not.
McNair, were you dating anybody else? Were you involved with anybody
No,
else?
Your Honor, I was not dating anyone or involved. I had a friend, like I said, I did, but sexually, no, ma'am.
But when you say you have a friend, you're just saying you just keeping company. He's just talking. You
Yes.
all don't have a sexual interest in
No,
one
ma'am.
another?
No, ma'am. We do not.
That's hard for even this court to believe.
That's hard for her to believe. I don't even know why she's sitting over there lying like that.
And they're coming at 1 in the morning.
Right.
And she's like, she ain't seen nobody come to my house at one. This video looked like it was in the daytime to me, right?
So what you're saying is her testimony is completely false because
Yes,
she's just
ma'am.
trying to sway her cousin against you.
Yes, ma'am. She's been doing this.
No,
since
I'm
we've been
not. Ain't nothing open at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. The legs, baby. So
together. You know,
stop
don't
it.
you? You know, don't you?
Legs.
You do know, don't you? Tara, I got kids, baby. I be in the house with my kids at that time of morning. I don't have no business being out with no men.
Right. And you was pregnant for a year, right? Almost a year. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, listen. There's a lot at stake here because Mr. Travis has grown extremely attached to Mariah. She has his last name.
he's blind.
Signed the birth certificate.
He did, Your Honor. He did.
He's blind.
But, Miss McNair, when you looked at that calendar, you saw that it didn't add up. What is your response to that?
That calendar is a lie, Your Honor. That calendar is a lie. Tara, whatever.
She just said she found out in
But her birth
January.
date isn't a lie. The birth date is not a lie. The window of conception, that window wouldn't be a lie.
Oh, no.
Is there something you just don't want to say? We're in court now. I always tell people when you're in this courtroom, it ain't no more shame in your game. Let's just deal with the truth and the facts because at the end of the day, it's not for us, it's for the baby.
Just tell
You have admitted in this court you were lonely. You've admitted in this court that he was away. You've admitted in this court that that is a correct date for Mariah's birthday.
It is.
But you're just saying that you only had friends you just had conversation with.
Yes, ma'am. Nothing more.
Jerome, they ain't got nothing to say, so I'm going to let the DNA do the talking.
That's all I'm waiting on. That's all I'm waiting on. That's all I'm waiting on.
One thing before I read these results. Because you say you didn't tell Mr. Travis till almost February, March you were pregnant. Did you get to see him while he was away? Were you in touch with him? Were you talking on the phone?
I was talking to him, but I didn't see him. No, ma'am, I did not.
At this point, this would be a medical miracle. I mean, really. We just ain't 11 months pregnant.
Right.
See,
And if that's his baby, God is good.
if that's his baby, if that's his baby, honey, y'all owe me apology, sweetheart. If that's his baby, you owe me apology, baby.
All right.
And I want it.
Miss McNair says she wants an apology, Miss Brown. I hope you're prepared.
I'm prepared.
And I just want to know the truth, Your Honor.
And you deserve to know the truth.
He really
Young
do.
man, you do. You do. 22 months is a long time to love a baby. You can fall in love with a baby in 22 seconds. You really do need to know. And that's why we do this, and that's why I have these results for you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Travis versus McNair, when it comes to 22-month-old Mariah Travis, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Travis. Oh, Lord. Wrong getter.
I'm hot. She's one.
Call the medic.
Call the medic, please.
So you love this baby.
Your Honor, Mariah mean the world to me. She's everything to me.
And if that's his baby, God is good. And he knows.
Shut up. Just mind your business, baby.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Travis, you are not the father. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I am very, very sorry. I know that is not what you wanted to hear. I'm so sorry. Can you express to this court, Mr. Travis, what you are feeling?
A whole lot of pain, Your Honor, because I put my heart into this little girl. And to find out that she's not mine, it hurts.
It's 22 months of just pain you could have avoided. Because you know what, Miss McNair, you weren't surprised. You let him sign the birth certificate. You've let him for 22 months be in this baby's life. Love her, take care of her. Don't roll your eyes up at me, honey. You could have avoided this. You knew the whole time. So all this test of lying you've been doing got us here. Soon as I got my hand on that envelope. Oh, Lord. Wrong getter.
She's one.
Call the medic.
Call the medic, please. So she's really hot.
And she good. Yep.
Jerome, can you please stand with Miss McNair, please? I want to make sure she's okay. You feel better?
Good. Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of things, Miss McNair, I can see behind your eyes that only you know, and you can share it when you're ready. But I do believe so much of this pain, of this hurt, of this entire confusing saga could have been avoided with the truth. Living out with lies, living this out, that's no way to live. That's a lot to carry. Dr. Jeff is standing by. I want you to go. I want you to talk to him, and I want you to start working through that. Because you know what, Miss McNair, I don't want to see you back in here again. I don't, honey. All right. I wish you the best. Court is adjourned.
Today on on paternity court.
She no longer looks like a Muslim. She has on a little shirt and some tights on, hiking them up like this, so I can see her private parts. The only thing I could think about doing was going to get a bottle of Henny because it was on and popping there.
Oh.
Marriage or no marriage, you still say you had sex with her.
He was claiming her, Your Honor, until his wife she told me, she told him that he wasn't the father. He called her ugly and dog is a dog. Hey. Oh, you flaring up.
You need to stop.
I'm gonna think
You need
about
to
it.
stop. Take a deep breath, settle down, or you're not going to get the answer you need today.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Brown versus Shinoster.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Brown, you claim the defendant got you pregnant while on a break from his wife. His constant denials have caused you to petition the court for a DNA test. You say once today's results prove he is 6-month-old Blessing's father, you want him to stop denying her and step up. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Shinoster, you and your wife claim you know you are not the biological father of her daughter, and the results will prove it today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Ms. Brown, you say you are furious Mr. Shinoster is denying your daughter? Explain.
Okay, we were married. He lies, and he will lie and say that we wasn't, but we were. He lies about everything, Your Honor.
Who married us?
Can I talk?
Can I see the
Can I
paperwork?
talk? What paperwork? I ripped it up.
Where's the
I ripped it up. I'm not.
Stop denying her and step up. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Shinoster, you and your wife claim you know you are not the biological father of her daughter, and the results will prove it today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Ms. Brown, you say you are furious Mr. Shinoster is denying your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Explain.
Okay, we were married. He lies, and he will lie and say that we wasn't, but we were. He lies about everything, Your Honor.
Who married us?
Can I talk?
Can I see the
Can I
paperwork?
talk? What paperwork? I ripped it up.
Where's the
I ripped it up. I'm
You
not
ripped it
talking.
up.
Where were you? Where were you when I got married? Where were you? You wasn't around exactly. So where were you when I conceived my daughter?
never got
You wasn't
married.
around. You wasn't around.
Ladies, what I need to know is, how did you marry him if he already had a wife?
Because he didn't have a wife. How does marriage
Me and
put
Miss
at
Douglas
this
were
time?
together, but we were not married. We were separated.
Take me to the beginning of your relationship with Mr. Shinoster. I want to
Okay.
understand this.
We met through a mutual friend, which we basically had a long distance type of relationship. We talked on the phone, we Facebook, all of that. So we don't court. We meet, we get married. That's how it goes.
Okay,
Yes.
so before you can have intimacy with somebody,
Yes, ma'am.
you have to be married.
Yes, ma'am.
And was this before you actually met him in person?
Yes.
How did you get married if you've never seen him?
Over the phone.
So you marry over the phone, which means you commit yourself to one another.
Yes.
And to be clear, this is not a legal marriage like we think about through the state, where you go to it's not that. It's a marriage within the religion.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Shinoster, I understand this now. Did you marry Miss Brown
No, Your
before
Honor.
you?
Wow.
No, Your Honor. I met her
Where
on
were you?
Facebook. We had
Around.
inbox.
What?
We inboxed back and forth. And she was living in a shelter at the time.
I never.
Hold up. She was living in a
Was not.
shelter at the time.
Was
She was
not.
about to move into
Was
her
not.
apartment.
Was
When she
not.
finally moved into her apartment, she said, "Come down so we can meet." Okay? I caught the train, got off the train, got in the cab. When I pulled up to the block, I seen about 8 guys on her step. So I called her because I was confused, like, where am I coming to? When I walked in, she said, "Here's your Abu." Abu is father. Talking to her 3 kids. I've never met her a day in my life.
Oh,
When I walked in, she said, "Here's your Abu." When I walked in, the kid's like, "Hey, Abu, hey, Abu." She continues to walk straight to the back of the house. 2 minutes later, she comes out of the back. She no longer looks like a Muslim. She has on a little shirt and some tights on, and she's walking up the aisle, hiking them up like this, so I can see her private parts. Okay?
In front of my kids, exactly, because
Now she's jiggling. Now she's jiggling, walking towards me. So I did Your Honor, I did consider marriage. I did consider marriage with this young lady, right? But when I seen that, the only thing I could think about doing was going to get a bottle of Henny because it was only popping now. That's it. There wasn't nothing else going on. I was not married.
Shut up. You shut up. Fuck, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. You go from meeting the Muslim woman of your dreams to a bottle of Henny and it's on and popping?
She was trying to get popped off. That's it. She gave me temptation.
But what we all
Hiking up with the thing. When I seen that,
Your Honor. Before I let you respond, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, you're lying.
You want to do like this?
You're lying.
Wait.
You're
No.
I've never seen her.
Listen. Wait. What I'm trying to understand is marriage or no marriage, you still say you had sex with her.
Yes, I did. I did have unprotected sex.
And it was unprotected.
Yes, unprotected. Unprotected sex.
Would you have unprotected sex with? Well, probably a dog is a dog.
After I had the bottle.
So what you saying? Your Honor, when he came to my house, he came out.
Let's get some order. Mr. Shinoster, how long did this relationship last with Ms. Brown?
48 hours.
Exactly. And you still got
48 hours, Your Honor.
He lied about every single.
I got there on a Friday. I left Sunday.
So, Mr. Shinoster, you said after that was the end of the relationship?
That was it. I never seen her again. I rarely spoke to her. I found out months and months later that she was pregnant.
You.
Why would you stop contacting your husband?
Because putting my own Facebook. You decided that you wanted to leave. Facebook.
You married me and had sex with me on weekend. Why don't you stop talking to me? I know the sex was good.
I did.
One of these lunches has a peanut butter favorites. The other has a sunflower butter you pack for yourself. You do your best to help them avoid food allergens, but accidents can still happen. Xolair is an FDA-approved injection proven to significantly reduce allergic reactions from accidental food exposures. Taken once or twice a month, it focuses on the source of food allergy reactions. For adults and children as young as 1, Xolair is effective in reducing allergic reactions to a single or multiple foods.
Don't use if you are allergic to Xolair. Xolair may cause a severe life-threatening allergic reaction called anaphylaxis. Tell your doctor if you ever had anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have trouble breathing or if you have swelling of your throat or tongue. Xolair should not be used for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Xolair is for maintenance use to reduce allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, while avoiding food allergens. Serious side effects such as cancer, fever, muscle aches and rash, parasitic infection, or heart and circulation problems have been reported.